Tell me something, my friends. Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. If you haven't guessed it by now, we'll be talking about the Cape Crusader himself, his psychotic villains, and all his old school games. Today's show, Batman. DKOldies. Hi, I'm your host, Drew Steinle, and I will be guiding you through our little Arkham Asylum we like to call the DKOldies Show. It's about classic video games, retro consoles, and random thoughts you get from spending your adult life in a warehouse full of game cleaning solution. Speaking of that, let me introduce you to my good friend, Anthony Leach.
What's up, Drew?
How are you, buddy?
I'm okay.
So we got Batman today.
Batman it is.
Have you, my intro, did you even know that quote?
I didn't know that quote, because it probably wasn't in the real Batman movie.
I remember earlier today you were talking about the NES game for Batman.
Yeah.
And you noticed that Batman was purple in that game.
A little odd.
It's because purple was like with Prince, with the marketing.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah, it was all about the purple and the Joker being purple and Prince being purple. They were going crazy.
Well, it's kind of weird because in the beginning, which the NES game has one of the most awesome, epic intros ever. He rolls up in the Batmobile and jumps out. Oh, yeah. But they show Batman, and he's in a black suit.
Yeah.
So then they switch it up real quick.
Throw him in the purple. Throw him in purple.
We're crazy.
They were like, kids love purple right now. We need purple. But what's your favorite old school Batman game?
I think the NES one is the coolest one.
The first one.
I know, but I haven't played them all, so I can't really say.
Well, we have there was the Batman, I think 3 for the NES. There were 3 for the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, 3 for Super Nintendo, right?
Batman Forever, Batman Returns.
Then I think there were all of them for the Genesis. So I think all the ones for the NES and the Super Nintendo were all out on Genesis.
Yeah, they were made differently.
And then there was one for N64.
Yeah.
So your favorite, you think? Well, you haven't played them all, but the first one really stuck out for you.
Yeah, the first one. I like the NES one. I mean, it's awesome, dude. There's so much cool stuff about it. You got the Batarang, you got the Bat Spear, and have you played it? I haven't played it.
Well, I've played them all, and if you've played them all, you'll notice that all the Batman games sort of copy other popular games.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, the first NES, does that remind you of any other game?
Yeah, a lot of. I mean, I'm not the only one that thinks this, and it's kind of obvious. They use a lot of aspects of Ninja Gaiden.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. All right,
Anthony. That? You like
that? I like that. All right. It's the small Batman, which I love. I love the tiny characters. I feel like you could see the whole map, and you're seeing what Batman's doing. I think the graphics are amazing. So what about the Batman Returns? Do you ever see that game?
I have not seen that one.
Well, Batman Returns for the NES, it's just like Double Dragon or Turtles arcade game, Turtles 2. You're side-scrolling, you're kind of going to go up and down and fight. It's a fighting game.
Like beat 'em up.
Yeah. And I think the best game, my favorite game, is The Adventures of Batman and Robin for Super Nintendo and Genesis. Now, they're 2 different games. They're similar, but they're not identical. But these were the last 2 Batman games, and they finally got it perfect. They got it right. They mashed every sort of genre into this game. And the graphics are amazing. They based it on the animated series.
Right.
Which, did you ever watch the cartoon?
I did when I was younger, not much, but I knew it was based off that.
Do you know who the voice of the Joker was in the animated cartoon?
No, I would love to know.
Mark Hamill. You know who Mark Hamill is, right?
Yeah, of course. The guy from Full House.
That's right.
Step by Full House.
Yeah, the Step by Full House. He was the guy in Full House. So, but anyway, the Batman and Robin, Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Genesis, you could play co-op. You could be Batman, I could be Robin, just like we are in real life, and it's more action oriented. It's got a lot of different gameplay. The side scrolling, it's got like ship battles, and it's an incredible game. If you've never played it, even if you don't really like retro games, I think you will love this game for the Genesis. It's incredible. Well, let's move on to our next segment. Here at DKOldies, we have all kinds of rare and unusual gaming items, and Rich Saucier is going to show them to us. So what do you have for us here, Rich?
I have a pair of the Suncom Mothership Controllers, and this is for the NES system. I I can show you how this works. You slide off that door. You would fully put the controller inside.
What?
And you can slide that door back on.
As like a holder? Just to hold it?
Well, this would convert it to a joystick. This is like the transformer of NES controllers. So you have your directional functions right there, and then you have A and B, and then you also had this top button up there that you can switch from A or B, so you can choose.
What do you think about this?
I think it's like pretty useless. But, but it's big. It's something unusual. It's somebody must have loved it. It's got the suction cups too, so
I mean, do you think they made this and like the guy brought it to them and they're like, oh, this is a great controller. Oh, this is amazing. And the guy's like, well, we didn't make anything on the inside. Like, we have no idea how the controller works.
That's a pretty.
So then the guy's like, all right, just put a hole in it, stick the other controller in it, and then we could push the buttons.
That's probably how it went down, yeah.
This is the most amazing controller. Whoever owns the company Suncom, I'd love to hear how you created this controller, because it had to be a mistake.
Patent pending.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, what else you got?
All right, number 2. I have the Reality Quest glove controller for the Nintendo 64.
Oh my.
This is pretty much as strange as it gets.
I've never seen this thing before. Like, I think I've seen it before, but I never really understood what it was. I saw it in passing before. But this is a Nintendo 64 Power Glove?
Basically. It's basically the controller for a Nintendo 64.
Can you put it on?
A glove format. So yeah, I'll put this on. If you can handle that.
I'm excited.
So you strap this on. You even have room for the memory card. You have a little joystick up here, and then you have your directional buttons.
So this totally replaces a controller, and it's unlike the Power Glove in the NES, because the NES Power Glove would work with motion, where this is just a handheld. It's almost like an ergonomic N64 controller.
Yeah, that's true. The Power Glove did have the sonar kind of setup thing.
Okay.
So
there
doesn't
was
have that.
No. So basically, you're not actually playing N64 for real unless you're using this controller.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know it. Ow.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Those are our DK Oldies unusual items of the week.
And we're out.
Let's move on to our next segment. DKOldies.com/sellyourgames. DK Oldies buys game collections every single day from NES, Super Nintendo, N64, all kinds of huge collections, and we're going to show you some of them that came in this week. Check them out. Oh, the show's over already? Well, I had a great time talking about Batman today. What about you, Anthony?
I had an awesome time, as usual, and I like Batman.
Gotta love Batman.
I don't really like him, but I'll say it for the podcast.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Superman, because he's the best superhero. Nobody can beat Superman, except for his clone.
Batman beats Superman.
Yeah, in some fake comic that probably wasn't even by a real company.
You're in a fake comic, not the real world.
What? Okay, wait, hold on. Tell me about this. Batman beat Superman? How?
Batman beats Superman because Superman, a long time ago, was like, Batman, here, you're a trusted friend of mine. Here's some kryptonite. Just in case someone controls my mind, I get out of control, use this kryptonite on me, take me down so I don't destroy the world. Right? So then Batman he got older, and he starts killing criminals because he's like, I'm not a young man anymore. I don't have time for this. I'm killing people, right? Joker, Scarecrow, you're dead. No more going to Arkham City and coming out a week later.
They all died?
Yeah, he started killing them. So then Batman or Superman, the city called Superman, said, "Yo, you got to take care of Gotham City.
Yo, we got some guy killing
Batman's going crazy." So then Superman comes down. He's like, "Bruce, I got to take you down." Bruce is like, "Bring it on, Soups." Right? Yeah.
Bring it on, Soupy.
So then Batman, he didn't just beat him with kryptonite. Batman beat him like he does everyone, with his mind. With his mind. That's how he got all his money. With his mind.
Whatever. Anyone could be Batman.
Batman is so smart. I don't agree with Anthony. I think Batman is an amazing superhero because he has no powers. He's so smart, so dedicated, and he's used his skills to kick ass.
I understand that, and I do have appreciation for him. I like Batman growing up, and I love the Michael Keaton movie, but you
don't really remember everything.
Dude, the one line.
Yeah, one line. It was like a crazy line, but that Joker says like dancing in the devil with the devil in the pale moonlight. It's insane. How can
is that when is that when after he kills someone and he's dancing with his cane?
That's.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's like, come on. He's like, let's get nuts. He did his Michael Keaton thing, and then he does this. All right.
I know.
Well, I want to say thanks to everyone for watching our show today. Please like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit our website at DKOldies.com for all your retro gaming needs. DK Oldies podcast every Friday. We'll see you next week. That's it.
Batman sucks! DKOldies!
It's rich.
Okay, wait, seriously, off the record, who's Mark Hamill? You're gonna put this
I'm not
in.
telling you.
Tell me Mark Hamill.
No, I'm not telling you.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Full House.
Full House, you're right.
What? I was right?
Yeah, you're right.
I know my stuff.
There you go.